We have recently reported on concerns that North Side neighborhoods have not been well maintained since the new Harbor Bridge project started. But what's being done to address those issues after the bridge is built? Well, it turns out that plan has been years in the making. Nikila Pradier is in our newsroom. And Nikila, this livability plan was actually the focus of a meeting tonight.
Yeah, Mike, it was the first time for people who live in Hillcrest and Washington Coles to see a rough draft of that plan. It's pretty extensive, more than 130 pages, and covers a wide range of issues. And although it's intended to show what the future of this area could look like, community leaders say some of this work could even start now. This recent crash, where overgrown grass covered a stop sign, called attention to what some people call long-time neglect on the north side.
The lighting, the maintenance of the yards, just basic city services for the people in the Hillcrest community.
It just so happens this meeting, organized by TxDOT, was already planned to discuss how these things will be addressed years from now. The agency meets once a quarter with the Community Advisory Board that was formed to serve as a voice for these neighborhoods during the Harbor Bridge project. Tonight, they started reviewing the first draft of the livability plan.
This plan is supposed to be a tool used by the community to really identify what the needs are for the people who are left.
And people talked about those needs, everything from housing to environmental concerns to mobility. Christopher Amy with TxDOT says this blueprint came after years of planning and feedback from residents.
We had over a dozen meetings, to get to where we are now, and we really feel like we're getting close.
Pastor Adam Carrington leads a church in Hillcrest and is also chair of the Community Advisory Board. He's excited to see what's outlined so far, but also doesn't want some of these issues to be kicked down the road.
There are some parts of this that we believe should have already been started. For example, like some of the parks that should have been renovated by now.
The city has also been a partner in these meetings, and new city manager Peter Zanoni was there tonight to let residents know he hears their concerns.
It's on our radar. It's been on my work plan, and it's something that's going to take some time to address. And tonight's a good way to get some of that background information.
And as of now, there is no clear timeline for when this livability plan will be finalized. Mike?
All right, Nikila, thanks. When it comes to the current issues on the north side, Zanoni sent staff to assess that area. He said he is set to meet next week with the Port of Corpus Christi to come up with a plan to minimize some of those problems.